Why would you go anywhere else? It's the AM Show.
What is the Credit Contracts and Consumer Finance Act, and what do recent amendments mean for borrowers who are wanting to get a home? This morning, we've partnered with Property Apprentice to find out. Debbie Roberts is with us this morning. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, how are you?
Now, you need to make this sexy for us, Debbie.
Good grief.
Come on, why should we care about this act?
Okay, you might have picked the wrong person to make it sexy. You should have got Chris Hemsworth. I don't know if I can sexy up the Credit Contracts and Consumer Finance Act, but one of the reasons that this act was amended is to take care of the loan sharks and things like that, but it has also had significant impact on lenders in general. So bank lending criteria, mortgage lending criteria is really tightening up. So it means that when you're applying for a mortgage, you need to have some clean banking history. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that, okay? So like clean banking records means that you can't dip into unarranged overdraft. Have you ever seen those fees on your bank account that say unarranged overdraft and they charge you like $1.50 or whatever? They've given you the approval to go into overdraft and they've let you go through that process, but then you'll have that little blemish on your banking history. And now moving forward, that's almost instantly going to decline a loan for you.
Wow.
So although the bank lets you do it or the lenders let you do it, they don't like it when it comes to applying for a mortgage. So just make sure that you keep your bank accounts really nice and clean for at least 3 months before you apply for a mortgage. And you want to reduce your consumer debt as much as possible as well. So things like afterpay, lay-by, credit cards with large limits, that can really affect your ability to get a mortgage. Store cards, hire purchase, all of those sort of things can affect your ability to get lending.
Is this going to have a big impact? Sorry to jump in, Debbie, but is this going to have a big impact on particularly those first home buyers who might find themselves caught out here?
Yeah, look, and it's not the end of the world because it's not impossible to get lending. Banks or lenders still want to lend money, right? That's how they make a profit. So the thing is that you just need to put your bank account on a bit of a diet for a period of time before you apply for that mortgage. And mortgage advisors, or they used to be called mortgage brokers, they're really good at helping you through that process. So get in touch with a mortgage advisor early on in the piece, just so that they can let you know if you need to trim back spending in any areas, because the banks and lenders are really going to be looking closely at your transactions. They're literally going to be going through your bank statements with a fine-tooth comb.
And the saving thing is important, isn't it? Because a lot of people will do what I used to do with exams, which is cram the night before an exam and then try and pass it. And some people take a similar approach with their savings and saving for a deposit. You cram in you basically don't eat for 3 months. You save as much as you can and then you get your loan. But that's not as attractive to lenders in terms of a savings record, is it?
No, and look, you don't have to go on a banking diet for 3 years. We're talking 3 to 6 months. So it's not a major lifestyle change. It just means that, when it comes to the proven savings, one of the things that lenders really like to see is that you're going to be able to comfortably afford to pay the mortgage. So if, for example, if you're renting, and rent is usually cheaper than paying a mortgage. So if you're renting, they like to see your rent going out and a certain amount that's equivalent, so rent plus savings is enough to cover the cost of the mortgage. That makes them feel happy.
Brilliant. Debbie, very, very good as always. Very sexy explanation. As always, we've come to expect those from you. Debbie Roberts with us this morning, Property Apprentice founder and CFO.